my channel. My name is Emma, and today we have another podcast episode. I know I was gone for a bit because I just got really busy with schoolwork. Still kind of am busy with schoolwork, but kind of had a few weeks to like focus and lock in on that, and I think I can get back to posting hopefully, but we're going to start by trying to post this weekend. So this is going up on the 2nd day of November, so yay, it's officially like fall in my head. It's like Christmas basically. Once Halloween is over, I start watching The Grinch. So that's kind of where my head is at, but still definitely looking forward to the last bits of fall, especially around here with all the leaves changing. Like, it's so good. Weirdly enough, I thought this video would be like super short and not much to show because I stopped filming. I thought I was like not gonna crochet anything, but I don't know, like the minute I took like the stress of like filming videos as well as crocheting as well as doing work, I started crocheting like crazy. So that's what that is. But yeah, we're just gonna get into it. Again, I have my notes on my computer, so if I'm gonna try not to glance over here too much, but yeah, let's get into it. Okay, first thing is acquisitions, but then this is also where I talk about my de-stash, because I do try to actively de-stash throughout the month. So I'm gonna go through pretty quickly because I don't know if I've gone through this. I might have. So I'm gonna try to go through just like the newer stuff. I'm de-stashing a bunch of these really thin yarns. You'll see in a sec the project that I use them for, but that's kind of like the only project I wanted to use them for. The second de-stash that you'll also see, these are the remainder. This is all I have left of the yarn I used for a cardigan. This is all I have left. And then also this is what I have left of another project. And then what I have in this box, that I'm not sure if I'm actually going to de-stash it, so I'm going to not count it like in my not put it in my count, I guess, for de-stash it, is this huge thing of Karen 1 pound. I got this because I thought I was going to make a blanket, but I'm not going to make that blanket anymore, and I just don't know if I need it, but then I don't want to get rid of it, like in case. This is the kind of yarn that I use for my stuffies, like when I did customs, and I don't have that yarn counting in my de-stash at all. Like that's not in the, I don't have that in the total number just because I'm not actively trying to de-stash that kind of yarn. So I might just like transfer this over and like say it's for that, because I'm probably not going to use it for any other project, so that just kind of makes the most sense. And that way if I ever need like navy blue, I don't have to like buy it because I got rid of it like too hastily. So that's kind of its own thing. But yeah, you'll see also there's like de-stash stuff that I just finished with my projects. But yeah, I did get yarn this month, but there's some explanations, I guess. So the first yarn that I acquired this month, I did not pay for, but I am going to add it to my yarn stash tally because I didn't have to say yes to it. But one of our friends' moms was getting rid of yarn and she knew I crocheted, so she's like, do you want it? And I was like, absolutely. So I got 4 of these Lion Brand homespun, and it's just like this blue color, what is it called? Delft? Wait, what? That's weird. But I think I'm gonna make a vest because I've looked at all different types of patterns, and 4 of these is not enough to make a sweater as much as I would have loved to make a sweater. I don't want to buy, because I probably can find this color still and like enough to make a sweater, but I just don't want to have to buy yarn. So I think I'm gonna make just like a chunky, like oversized vest to wear over things. I think that'll be really cute. Gave me 7 of these Queensland collection coastal cotton ocean mist. So it's pure soft cotton. Yeah, these are little 100-gram balls, and they're just so pretty and like colorful. And 7 is a lot, so I might try to make like a summery sweater or like cardigan, because I don't want to make like multiple small projects. I think if I can get like a really just like loose, maybe one of those like dragonflies, I'll put pictures of like the kind of vibe I'm thinking of, I think would be a really nice summer sweater. Because honestly, I say summer, but like I wear cotton sweaters in the fall now, so I think just depending on like how I make it, it would be really cool because yeah, I have 7 of these now, so that's what I was given. And then I did buy yarn, but I'm not putting it in my stash because it's all for gifts. And I guess I could put some in my stash and then like immediately subtract it once I use it, because I do actually need to do some of the gifts, like all of the gifts, by this week. But I went to Hobby Lobby just because that's what was near me and available to me when I needed to buy this yarn. So I got, one is being used right now, but I got 3 of these Premier Anti-Pilling Bamboo Chunky. They're 80% anti-pilling acrylic and 20% bamboo from rayon. And they're actually a really pretty color, but these were on sale, and I'm making boo baskets for 2 of my friends, and I wanted to throw something handmade in there. I'm hoping 3 is enough to make 2 small adult beanies. If they're not, I'm a little screwed because Halloween's on Thursday, but that's the plan for these. And then I got 3 of the I Love This yarn. It's just like the acrylic, worsted weight acrylic that Hobby Lobby carries. I got 2 in ivory and 1 in, oh my god, what color is this? Latte, because if y'all remember a few videos back, I had a giveaway and I picked a winner and I messaged her and she won the prize of a custom stuffy of any kind, and so I need to crochet her cat, and I have been so busy and so sick. I have not wanted to get germy, like my germs all over her stuff. I didn't have a lot of time, but I really need to do it this week because I'm a bit healthier, and she's been waiting so long. I feel so bad. So hopefully by the time this video goes out, I'll have like shipped this out. Like I have it planned out this week to like get it done and ship it on Saturday. So hopefully I can do that. If that doesn't happen, maybe ship it next Monday. That would be like worst case scenario, I think. But yeah, so these I also did not count in the stash because, like I said, this specific type of yarn that I make stuffies out of, I'm not in efforts to destash that yarn, so I'm not counting it. Okay, now we're heading into finished objects. I have quite the pile today. I'm very proud of myself. I don't know what happened where I just like was crocheting a lot, but I had like a few days off from school. I had a few like really busy homework days and then no homework days, so then I think I just got to a lot. But anyways, the first thing I finished, actually I don't know if this is in order, but maybe, but I'm showing y'all this first, is this scarf. It's pretty long, but you get the idea. It has tassels and it's just granny squares, so I just did granny squares up to the brown and then up to this brown. Yeah, so it was, whoa, why is this so hard to look at right now? Oh my god. So I did pink, brown, and then I connected with the pink. And making this scarf used all of what I had left of the 3 Bernat Finest Fleece balls. I don't know if it goes without saying, but the stuff that I don't show in my D-stash that I have finished products of is like this. Like I literally don't have anything to destash from this, but I did destash 3 balls of yarn from my count once I finish this. Does that make sense? I'll get more into all of that when I do another destash update when I get back home in December. So if you're confused, don't worry. There's a lot of context, I feel like. You can go watch the old videos. But for now, 3 balls of yarn got me a sweater and a scarf. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about, I'm super happy with because the first attempt was a fail, but this attempt was not. So I finished a pair of socks. If they look a little worse for wear here, it's because I have worn them once. They actually don't look bad at all. There's a tiny bit of pilling, a tiny bit of like, I don't know, wear signs, but I wore them for like an entire day. And I love them. I will link the pattern below. It's the Alice sock by Yarn Over Floyd, and I used some weight 1 wool. It's called Wool Like. It's like 10% wool or something. It's a really old yarn from from Michael's that I don't think they carry anymore, because I've tried to look for it online to get the link for you guys, and the only place I could find it was on Amazon, and it was in red only. So it's not on the Michael's website anywhere, so I don't think they make it anymore, which kind of sucks because you get a lot of yardage like in each ball. But yeah, I made these socks and I love them so much and I can't wait to make more. I have so much of this blue and quite a bit more of this brown. Like I can't wait to make more stuff. I will apologize here that I did not make a whole video for these socks like I did my first pair of socks. I think I just like forgot. Like I said, I've been in a like illness haze for like literally a month. Guy, like the university is no joke. I'm sound a little better, but I need to go back to the doctors because I feel like I'm on the edge of getting sick again. Like I've just been in and out of like severe illness, and it's not illness. I had a sinus infection. I did go to the doctor, but I've just been in and out of it for like a month, probably a month and a half at this point. So I think that it was just during the midst of that I forgot to film this, but I followed the pattern mostly exactly. I had to adjust the stitch counts a lot because even her biggest size was not working for me. So I don't know what that's about, but I added rows on the rib, I added stitches here, I made the heel bigger, and then I followed the pattern, and then I just added a few more decreased rows in the toes, and that worked fine. So yeah, I definitely will try to remember next time I make socks, which will be soon. I will make sure to get a video of those because I don't know if I'm going to do this pattern for a third time. Even though the first time was a bust, I might try to go back to that other pattern that I tried to start socks over the summer with another pattern that I did not vibe with at all. So I might try that one again, but they might also be in this blue because I've got a lot of it still. So yeah, sorry I couldn't go more in depth on everything with these socks, but they're a win in my book. So yeah. Okay, I'm saving the big thing for last, so I'm going to show you my two impulsive projects. I don't know what it was this past like week. I had so much free time and I could have been spending that doing homework, but I didn't, and that's fine. But I made mittens. Now, I know they look kind of funky. I also have big hands. So, I'll say first that this yarn, I don't remember what it's called. I will type it up here because I also got it thrifted, so I could not find a link or anything to it. But I had two 50-gram balls of it. That's this leftover. I used about like 75 grams total, I think. But I had the two balls and I was like, I need to make something quick, something easy, like nothing too crazy. I don't have a lot of yarn. And I was like, I need mittens because it can get so freaking cold and I'm a baby in the cold. So I made these, and I would have, if I were to make them again, I would take out like two of these rows, and because you can see they're kind of like long and they're kind of like funky shape. So I was like doing the fit as I go, not doing anything super intensive pattern wise. Like I wrote down what I did, but by the time I had finished one and I realized as I was doing the next one that this part could be shorter, I was not going to go back and like undo it. Like they still fit fine. But I think if I make another pair of mittens or even gloves with like a thinner yarn, I'll pay a bit more attention. Like I'll just straight up chop off an inch probably. But this was a really fun project. I finished this literally like 2 hours one night and 1 hour the next morning or something. Like these were done super, super fast. And yeah, I love these. They keep me warm so far. And then another one, super fast project, is this little ear warmer thing. I don't know why the stitches got crooked, like literally tilted, but they are, and that's fine. This one, I also don't remember the yarn, but I think I can find it online, or at least their Instagram, so I'll link it below. I'll type here what the yarn details are, but what I liked is that this was baby alpaca and merino wool, so this yarn is so soft and squishy. And I literally used, again, I was running Yarn Chicken like crazy this past weekend. It was making me a bit like cocky. I was like, how do I keep doing this? I made this and I literally had like a string of yarn left. Like there was not a lot of yarn left at all. I used the perfect amount, like it was crazy. It still fits me. Like it took a one trial and error where I was like, I had finished it and had a little bit of yarn left and it was too tight. So I had to undo, go back, and like I used all the yarn. And I got one hank of that yarn because it was $22, which is like fine. It's from Peru. It was from a local yarn shop, but I was like, when I went to that yarn shop with my friend, I was not in the money spending mood. So I only got one skein of yarn. I was like, hopefully this is enough. And it was. She does need to be blocked because this is like the only thing I've made ever. I think that like I was like it made a difference. Like before I put these single crochet and slip stitch trims on it, it was like curling, it was very wonky. So I think if I block it, it'll like even out the stitch a little bit, give it a little bit more width as well. But I don't have my blocking stuff with me. I could maybe steam it, but I don't know if it'll do anything. So I might just wear it unblocked, and then when I get home in December, I will fully block it and see how that goes. The last thing that I made that I actually finished before a few of these things, but I finished my cardigan. I love her so much. This is another thing where I was actively going low on yarn and I had no other yarn, so I had to make it work, and I did. But this is what she looks like. I really don't feel like putting it on. I'm so sorry. I do have pictures. I will insert pictures. I went to the pumpkin patch this past weekend, and I have pictures of this. But yeah, this was really a labor of love. I think because I started it before I got sick, or like right at the beginning of being sick, the whole time I was working on it, I kind of felt miserable. So it kind of felt like a miserable project. It wasn't in hindsight, but in the moment, I like constantly dreaded working on it. But I love her. The whole thing is like a row of double crochet and then a row of like the V-stitch double crochet. And then I did something different on the ribbing. I did 2 by 2, like mimicking 2 by 2 in knit. So usually when I do front and back post ribbing, it looks like this because I just do 1 front, 1 back, 1 front, 1 back. But I wanted to change it up this time. So I did 2 front. Oh, it's so hard to see. But I did like 2 front, 2 back, 2 front. Hopefully you can kind of see that. Maybe you can see it more here. Oh, slightly. Not really. But anyways. But yeah, I finished this cardigan. I don't remember how long it took me. I'm sorry I don't have a lot of the details right now. Like I said, kind of hazy. Also kind of in a rush. It is 9:11 and I do have to leave the house around 10:15, and I've got other stuff to do. But I really wanted to get this video filmed because I think it might take me all week to edit. So yeah. But we've got a cardigan done. Like I said, I'll put the pictures again. I just love this thing, and it really is nice to wear. I think I'm going to wear it today. But yeah, I have one more thing to show you, but I'm going to show you kind of quick because I did film a video for it. Okay, if you go back a few months and you were here or watched already the videos of me moving out of Texas to come here, I'm pretty sure I mentioned that I bought a little calico critter in the last like haul of things I got with my Joann's discount because I wanted it so badly. And all the thin yarn I destashed was because I spent hours on Saturday night crocheting clothes and accessories for this calico critter because I thought it was the funniest thing ever, and I really did not want to have the brain power to start another project or to like work on any of like the 2 whips I had. Like I just didn't want to do anything, but I did want to be silly and creative and make clothes for a tiny cat. So that's what I did. I did film a short little vlog. It's literally so short. I actually need to finish filming the ending, but it was over the course of like 4 hours maybe, so I don't have that much footage of it. But I'll show you first her first outfit. It's literally so silly. It's like 2 rows of double crochet in this thin. I tied it in the back. Same thing, just super thin yarn, super simple construction because hello, like she's tiny. But anyways, I also this sounds so silly, guys. I'm 20 years old, but I don't care that much, actually. This is her bed loft thing that I bought. Yeah, I know you see that. So I made her a blanket. It's just a granny square. And then I made her a pillow and a mattress. So obviously because the mattress and stuff she came with was ugly. So I was like, if I'm making clothes, I might as well make bedding as well. But I'll show you the rest of the clothes super fast. The packaging for this one literally said like twine, but it's cotton feeling, so I made like this thing. I'm not putting these all on because I'm lazy, but it like goes like to the whole length of her body, and it's really funny, I think. And then this is actually the first one I made when I sat down to make stuff. Was this little dress, and it kind of mimics the dress that she came in, with this like really fluffy skirt thing. And then Oh my god. I have nails and trying to open up these tiny things is not working. I also made a scarf because I wanted another brown thing. It's looks like a piece of string, but that's kind of the vibe, honestly, for this stuff. And then what I really love, I made a sweater because I had this super thin fuzzy yarn. So of course I made a little sweater, and like, can you imagine the vibes, please? 'Cause I'm not gonna put it on, but like, that's hilarious. This is hilarious. This is objectively funny. So yeah, this is what I spent hours doing on Saturday. I really have no regrets. She sits over there by my jewelry and everything, and I just love it to death. I think it was a great use of my weekend. Instead of doing homework, I watched a couple movies. I watched a movie, I think, and a bunch of YouTube, and it was great. Now on to works in progress. I have this hood going that I started, and I've kind of just been working on it in class. If you watched my podcast before, no, I haven't touched the green t-shirt. No, I have no plans to. Sorry. But I have this hood. It does not look like much at all, but like, if you can kind of picture the vibe of this side part is going to go down to like here. I'll connect, maybe, and I'll connect and then do a few more rows. It's really only going to go like my neck, and then I have to do ribbing around the front, ribbing on the bottom. It'll be great. I look so stupid like this, but anyways, I am using the Lion Brand chainette, which is baby alpaca and nylon. That's what she looks like. I got it on clearance a while ago now, and then also a 5.5mm hook. There's not much to say. I am making this kind of from my head, but it is very, very, very heavily inspired / copying a pattern. I bought the chroma hood pattern from, I think it's Cosmati, Maudi, I don't know how to say it, but she makes really, really good patterns, and I made the chroma hood for my mom, but I was actually using the right sized hook and yarn, and this is not the right sized hook and yarn, so I am just literally going off memory from what I remember from that pattern and just doing like the same vibe to get this. I don't have a lot of plans other than I should finish this soon because it is cold. And then the other thing I'm actively working on is the beanies that I just mentioned for the boo baskets that need to be done by Thursday. Also, my shirt is so squeaky. I'm sorry. This is what the first beanie looks like so far. It's really not much. If you can see it, I did some slight details. Can you even see that? It's so hard. But like these little like knit looking things, you see it a lot more in real life, but basically, I'm just doing one of those like mega rectangle, sew it into a tube and like scrunch the top. This is the third one I was talking about. I really, really hope that this is enough. We'll see. So yeah, not a lot of works in progresses, but honestly, that's just because in the past 4 days, I finished like, not past 4 days, maybe like past 6 days, I finished so many things. I kind of like went crazy, and so now I'm getting back into like, okay, go to school, like do your homework. So there's not going to be too many, it's not going to be the same amount, I guess. Right now it's just those, and then I need to start, I need to start the cat literally today, and we'll see how that all goes. My future plans are quite simple. Number 1 would be start and finish the cat. Number 2 would be the blue beanies, and number 3 would be the orange hood that I just showed you. After that, my next big project, which I'm gonna wait about, I think like 2 weeks, maybe just a week, I don't know, but I'm gonna wait a minute to start it because I'm gonna buy a pattern, and like I need to be in the right headspace to buy a pattern, follow a pattern, like really focus, I guess, and that's not where I am now because I've just got too much stuff going on. But the next thing I want to make is another cardigan. I think it's called, the Gemma cardigan. I'll insert a picture. I think it's really pretty. The pattern, like the Etsy listing says to use a weight 2 yarn. I have a weight 3 yarn. We're just gonna go with it. I think it'll be fine, honestly. Yarn I'm gonna be using, it's Lion Brand 100% superwash merino in the color Midnight Blue. So I think I have enough. Actually, no. I looked at the thing. I might have to buy one more. But I'm going to figure out like the sizing and everything because I'm using a weight higher yarn and probably a bigger hook, and I crochet quite loose. I don't know if like I can make a large instead of an extra large, and like how much yarn I'll need compared to the sport weight. So I might have to buy another ball of yarn, I might not, but buying yarn to finish a project has never been too much of a problem for me. And I do have a Joann sort of close by that someone could take me to, or I could just order some online. Either way, I'm not worried about getting this yarn because it is commercially available. So this will be a little later. I mean, honestly, hopefully like before Thanksgiving, but who knows? Because Thanksgiving is literally like this next month. It's the 28th of October. By the time you see this, it'll be November. Like, Thanksgiving is this month. I don't know where the time went, but yeah. Not finally, but for what I've been reading and watching, I thought I do kind of have stuff to share with you, so I thought I would. Haven't been reading anything. I just can't right now. It's been too much. I would love to read like over Thanksgiving break. We'll see. But I think I don't have the time for multiple hobbies. It's kind of just crochet or nothing. So I haven't read like any novels. I've been reading stuff for school. You know, I've been doing my work. We have a few assigned readings for my history class, but I have not done any for leisure reading. What I did watch though was season 3 of Heartstopper. I think I literally mentioned it in my last podcast how Heartstopper season 3 was coming out this month, and I was going to be watching it, and I watched it multiple times and I loved it, and I did cry like a baby at some parts, but that's okay. I loved it so much. I have not watched anything else new. I think my sister and I definitely started that one new rom-com. It's like Nobody Wants This. And then she started watching without me, so I didn't get to finish that, but I know people have loved. I've been trying to make a really active effort to watch crochet videos on YouTube, even if I don't like immediately subscribe to the person. Just like if it says crochet in the title, like I'm going to watch it because I want to see more crocheters. I'm not being a hater, but I don't want to see. I've been seeing so many knitters on my YouTube homepage. I'm like, I want to watch people crochet. Like, I don't knit, so I have been watching quite a few. I've been making more of an active effort, and I have found more crochet YouTubers that I do like watching. If y'all want a video or like a list, I don't know, of like more crochet YouTubers, I know I did mention it at some point very briefly in a podcast, but I think making a video might be cool to like spotlight people. I say that and like 2 people watch my videos compared to some of them, but still. Have been watching a lot of that, and yeah, I haven't had much free time, so it's kind of been like I stick to the same few movies to rewatch. Like, I really want to watch Agatha All Along. The last episode comes out this week, I think, and I don't have like the mental capacity to watch it because I am on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. I do see everyone talking about Agatha All Along because the guy from Heartstopper's in it, and it's Marvel, so like I wanted to watch it. I do not have the headspace to be like invested in a show right now more than like the passive stuff I've seen. So maybe like next week, I don't know, I'm hoping by next week that I have like a little more free time. I can maybe do like an episode a night because there's only like 8 or 9 episodes I think total. So we'll see if I get to that because I do really want to watch it. It looks really cool, and I unfortunately have been like raised pretty Marvel interested, like pretty watched a lot of them with family and with my brothers. I do want to watch it. Yeah, I am kind of a Marvel girl now. I've been a Marvel girl, I think. Okay, now we're almost done. We're at our monthly wrap up. We did have quite a fun, pretty fall month. At the very beginning of the month, we went apple picking. We went to an apple orchard because there is one pretty close to here, and I got a ride basically. But I will show pictures from the apples. We got so many apples. It lasted like a whole 3 weeks. Like, we had a lot of apples, and they were good. They were orchard fresh. We picked them ourselves. So yeah, that was fun. And then we had so much homework. I can't like prove to you that I had homework, but I think it's just kind of like goes without saying. I don't know. That's where a lot of my time this month went. I also picked up a ton of shifts at work. So it was like apple picking, work and homework. And then finally this weekend, things started to slow down and we went to the pumpkin patch, and I will put more pictures because I know I just put the pictures of my cardigan, but I'll put more pictures of the pumpkin patch. I had a really nice $4 latte. Yeah, to wrap this up soon because my voice is not going. I need to call the doctor. Guys, we're gonna figure this out. But anyways, yeah, even if I didn't do that much aside from the apple picking and the pumpkin patch, fall was on the mind. That was kind of the vibe all month, as it should be. Like, you know, that is literally the vibe. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say about what I did this month, because I didn't do anything else. I obviously do have Halloween plans, but I'm gonna spare y'all. No one, maybe I'll put a picture or two, but I don't think I will next month. That's not for YouTube. I have a few other things. I set up a buy me a coffee, which is it seems really easy. Like, when I set it up, and a few people have already, because I posted it on my Instagram, but you basically can like buy 1, 3, or 5 coffees, and it's like $5 each. So if you ever, I will probably use it for actual coffee, but I know if you ever want to like donate something, just donate to donate. Like it says in the thing, I'm like, I have many expenses. As a college student, as someone just living in an apartment, even if it's an on-campus apartment, there are expenses left and right, as many of you probably know, because, you know, some of us are just now getting into this adult thing. So yeah, I just kind of set it up. If anyone is feeling giving, like if you can buy me a coffee, and I think it's really, really sweet. You can leave messages, you can do all sorts of things. So I think that's super cool. I have that in my description box now, and then also my description has been for a while. I have 2 Amazon links. One is like an apartment needs, so it's not that much anymore. It was more so at the beginning of the year, but there's a few things like we just kind of need. And then the other list is my crochet YouTube Amazon list. I have some like filming things, I think I have like blocking mats on there, just things that'll make my life easier, or I guess more productive when it comes to YouTube, that I just don't have the cash for. So that's down there. And then also I started linking my Ravelry wish list in case anyone wants to buy me a pattern. You can do that there. Now, I'm not entirely sure how that works, because I set up the wish list, but I don't, like, I know people do it where, like, I've seen podcasters be like, oh, like, a supporter bought this from my wish list, but I don't know if you have to, like, put in my email or, like, automatically is on my Ravelry, because I like, on Etsy, when you buy a pattern, you download a PDF that goes to your email, so I'm not sure how Ravelry works. So yeah, I think if you support me that way, let me know so I don't miss it. I also don't check Ravelry that much, so that's also another thing. I feel so frazzled. I don't know if I got everything. I think I did, but I'm really not sure. So hopefully I got all the info that all the stuff I worked on. I feel like this was kind of like this was almost too casual for a podcast. Like, I don't know if I got everything, and I definitely, yeah, but thank you for watching. Thank you for being patient on my little break. It was definitely beneficial. I think just stepping back for a minute, like, I did not have the energy or like the focus to put out good videos and also do the other things that I very much needed to do. So thank you for being patient. We're back. Hopefully I've got video planned for the next few weeks. I've got videos like partially filmed that I just need to be edited. And we're going to time manage. We're going to time manage, hopefully. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out all the links below, as well as all my other socials. And if you're just now finding me, there is quite a few videos you can catch up on as I kind of get back into the groove of making videos. So yeah, I will see you next week, same time, same place. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, bye.